Welcome back, viewers. We have another episode of Project Zomboid. I'm going to very quickly dump the items that we found in our last run. So we found the Electrical Engineering Textbook, which I'm reading now, which allows us to make an electronic workbench, which will allow us to make recharge batteries, thermocouplers, cable, and hopefully a solar array eventually. We also found the pottery textbook, which will allow us to make a kiln, which we can use to make water storage. We found various electronics magazines, which allow us to loot electronic parts and make scrap. And we found some books on foraging and a couple of electrical books, not the electrical for beginners book I was looking for, but we've also made, it looks like we've got a Herbalism textbook. I haven't had much use for Herbalism, to be honest. But I've heard it's quite useful. Later in the game, once you get some of the Herbalism books, you can make medicine, herbal medicine, and you can make teas and even grow marijuana, which I imagine would have some sort of medicinal purpose. This game's quite progressive with its views. In the zombie apocalypse, though, I think the last thing you'd be worrying about the legality of growing dope. Looks like there we go. Excellent. Unfortunately, this took a little bit longer than I thought. We're taking a bit too long, unfortunately. I'm going to try and speed this up. So we've got some water containers now. I managed to just pick up a few basics, just some cooking stuff, a couple of boxes of zipper bags and some knives. Nothing, and now we have a gardening spray can and a first aid kit. It's quite heavy, so I think I'm going to leave that here. It has a suture kit in it. Excellent. We don't have one of those. And we've got our, oops, I'll put it in here. We have some non-perishable food, which I'm going to put in here. I've got an MRE, which is excellent. Orange juice, pickles, donuts, some sugar, and some vinegar, which is fantastic. We're going to spend this entire episode putting stuff away, but so be it. We did quite well in our last looting run. We've got some hot glue sticks, so we're going to be able to make a slingshot. Box cutter, razor blades, and we've got a multi-tool as well, an electronic multi-tool and a screwdriver, so we can now begin to pull stuff apart, which will be excellent. Dumping all this stuff, trying to hang up. I should keep that as a backup. So basically all I did was get books from the library, from the hospital. Unfortunately, I don't have any tools. I don't have much in the way of food. I don't have a lot else. But what's important is I've got that. I've got the books, because I found the books were the hardest thing to get your hands on. I'm gonna dump these. There we go, and electrical. So we're only missing, out of all the books, the only beginner one we're missing is fishing and electrical, and fishing I'm not too concerned about. Just a couple of screwdrivers. Machetes. It's a bit of a shame I had originally planned today to head north and try and go to a base. There's a potential base I found on my way down. Unfortunately, I just simply wasn't armed well enough to try and take it on, and I didn't have enough food. I was starving as I found my way down here. I basically headed straight here. Chuck the bottle of disinfectant in here. So at least now we've got some disinfectant. I had none. Got some empty bottles. We're going to fill those with water. The zombies now drop empty bottles, which is awesome. Got 3 empty bottles. Being in the middle of a drought, I did manage to. The first thing I did when I came down here was I filled every container I could find in the cinema with water. Everything you see here I've actually managed to get from the cinema. So it was pretty well decked out. Oh, excellent. It's now raining. Excellent. Okay. So I'll chuck these away. We've now got those water bottles now full. Excellent. We now have 5 water bottles full of water, fresh water. And just gonna these pots of water back. Good, the rain collector is doing its job. I put some food in here and I completely forgot about it. That was a waste of good food. Now you can eat rotten food. I've never tried it for obvious reasons. Fill all these. Now it's raining quite heavily. The drought's broken, so I'm filling every container I can find with water. And our lettuce is nearly ready. The rain's really picking up, which is actually what we want. We do need They have been ready for harvest for a while. Now these are nearly ready. I'm actually hoping for those to be ready soon, because there we go. We'll chuck all these pots in here. Very glad that it has rained, because we were getting a little bit low on water. Let that fill up. And yeah, as you can see, I haven't been able to expand my farm very much because I didn't have enough water to actually do anything. It's been hard enough just getting enough water to stay alive. We do have this fish tank, but it's the only container I've had with water. I've been reluctant to use my only container of water. Since the water cut out very early, I was only able to gather a small amount of water. Excellent. So now we're gonna boil all this water, and we're gonna fill this fish tank. We still have a little bit of. We'll fill our watering can as well. Lettuce is growing. That has enough water for now. Then we're going to plant some carrots. Go. We're actually going to harvest that. I don't think it's going to grow. And we do kind of need food, so... as you recall, I picked up another pack of carrots, so I'm not too worried about. I'll chuck the frying pans in there. We've got a couple of frying pans and some wood. I cut up a pallet of wood for some fuel, and used the rest to make a fire. We're going to boil this water, and we're going to cook some goodies. See if I've got anything that I can. Okay, I'm going to make some soup. But I don't need a full pot of water for that. Okay, we're making potato stew. Potato, pumpkin, and just vegetable stew in general. There we go, and some carrots, because why not? There we go, we now have a vegetable stew pot. Wherever it is. Oh, did I put it in here? I did. Excellent. So the next thing we're going to do is make some potato stew. our character's starving, so definitely need to get some food into him. There we go. Now, the next thing will be our lettuce should be, it's not ready yet, our lettuce should become available in the next day or two. And we'll be able, that lettuce should keep us going until hopefully these potatoes finish growing. If not, we're going to have to look at other means of getting food. We're okay, we have a little bit of food. But winter is coming. We're just cooking this. Hopefully get our cooking skill up to level 2. Then I can make some bone shivs. As I said, I'm not really fond of knives, but but I've had too many close calls with the knife. I'm going to try and use another weapon. Maybe get a baseball bat or something. I'll just grab this pot of water while we wait for this food to cook. I'm going to dump all this in the fish tank. There we go. That's not enough anyway. No point. Gonna take that out. Excellent. And our stew is ready. We're gonna pour all of our water containers into the fish tank. There we go, and we should have a, well, it's very close to full. Should be able to fill it at that. Chuck that in the fish tank as well. Excellent, we now have 2 full fish tanks with water. And we'll fill our canteen. Ready for another hard day's journey. Chuck these back. And the next time it rains, we'll fill them up again. But we've got enough water now. I've cooked us up some stew, which I'll now empty into some. There we go, we'll eat this. So that you can see the benefits we get from cooking. If I had have eaten those individually, there's no way I would have gotten. See, I'm well fed. That actually was very nutritious. It gives you a large bonus to the amount of nutrition you get. I should say the amount of hunger that it reduces. Chuck those carrots in there. Okay, in the next episode we're going to go north and we're going to try and get another base. Until then, viewers.